Do you want to be the best of the best in tournaments? Do you ever feel like you're not a very good player and you lose in tournaments in round one? Well, listen to this top player. I'm not a top player. What is going on, guys? Mills are bringing me some fire content on the Fire Day 18 channel. In today's video, guys, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to give you all some great tips on how to do well in tournaments. So I myself am not a top player. I've made World Series. Doesn't mean I'm an amazing player. I can be really good. But yeah, since this is the start of the game, some people are going to be considering doing some April tournaments or whatnot. And I want to give you all some tips on how you guys can do well in these tournaments as well, how you guys can set up your tournament, or how you can set up like sort of the teams you want in tournaments. Obviously you have to look at the restrictions, but at the start we're probably going to use almost any player except your cap. So I'm going to teach you all how you guys can get prepared for tournaments, what players you should be using, not specific players, but you know, like sort of setups in the lineup, and just how you should be playing it. So without further ado, let's hop right into this. Okay, so as shown right here, I'm doing some challenge of the week. Basically, how this can help you is, all it does is it really gives you like this sort of warm-up, you know? It's a good warm-up for hitting, at least in terms of timing. I mean, you start out on rookie, but as you keep hitting like the balls out, or as you keep hitting the ball well, it will progress your difficulty. And you're gonna have to adjust the timing, so it's a really good one to use for timing. So this week it's Javier Baez, Andrew Miller, a righty-lefty matchup. So on my leaderboard, I actually have played a little bit. It doesn't show it, but I've gotten up to like 100k on this, so I've done it okay, but not great. But yeah, as you can see, what I'm trying to do here, the goal is up there. You're trying to gain as much points as you can, and you're trying to hit the ball well and deep. And so this is just a good way to warm up because you're able to get your timing fixed. You can adjust to certain difficulties. So say this tournament's on like Hall of Fame. Once you get to Hall of Fame difficulty, that's where you're gonna have to start adjusting your timing, being smart with your swings, whatnot. I mean, if you're really trying to play Challenge of the Week and you really want to get on the leaderboard, you should contact swing in those higher levels. But if you're preparing for tournaments, just keep normal swinging because that's what you're gonna be doing in the tournaments anyways. So just keep practicing that normal swing on Hall of Fame. So as you can see here, we're gonna do a little bit of a run. We're gonna try to get to Hall of Fame. I've done it before. It's a little hard, but yeah, obviously it also works on your discipline as well. So as you can see, that was a strike, so now you'll know, okay, now my discipline is a little bit more warmed up. Let's try to adjust that. So you can see that was hit really well, but just early, so you can make those small little adjustments along the way until you get to Hall of Fame. Alright guys, so I made it to Hall of Fame. Now this is where I'm going to pause here, and so give you all the basic idea. So keep using normal swing. Try to hit those balls. Try to adjust to the timing. As you can see, that was hit way out of the park, and I had it good squared up. So once you adjust to that timing and stuff, then you can really take your game to the next level and warm up for this tournament. So it's really good, honestly. It's good because it motivates you to get that multiplier as well up. So that was hit really deep too. Like, you get rewarded for this stuff as well. So this is just a really fun way to warm up, and it's also a good way to adjust your timing as well, just in general, not even only for tournaments. So as you can see, that was a really good take because now I'm adjusted to that sort of discipline that you need. And you can even level up to the legend mode. So I'm gonna try to level up to legend here. I'm gonna have y'all watch. As you can see, I'm trying to get this timing going very well. You don't want to strike out. That's obvious though, and as you can see, I did on a too early. But I think you guys get the basic idea. I'm gonna finish this out off video, but I think you guys get the basic idea of this mode and how you can warm up with this. It's really nice. It's fun, you know. It's not as grueling as batting practice where you're just sitting there getting fastballs, because you actually get different pitches. So as you can see, he's throwing a lot of fastballs, but he might throw like a curveball in there to mess you up as you get higher in difficulties. So I generally suggest this one for a more fun experience, but if you're looking for like just in general one specific mode to warm up with, I suggest batting practice because you can do Hall of Fame instantly there. From here, you have to level it up. That was a really embarrassing swing by me. Okay guys, so we didn't really make top 10, but we had a fun shot, you know, we made up to 200k on that, so that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna give you all now some pretty solid tips as we now go into Dynasty, where I'm going to give you all some even better tips for hitting. So try to get some fast players. Like, this is going to probably be the tourney squad, exception of Millard Wizet, who's probably not going to be on the team because he's not going to be in my tournament. So I have a tournament actually coming up like in 3 hours as of this video. So let me show you how you organize it. So make sure you keep that righty-lefty consistency. Maybe have a switch hitter or two in there. Like obviously he's not going to be in the lineup, but just make sure you guys balance it out. Keep it righty-lefty, lefty-righty, whatever floats your boat. Try to make sure you have your best hitters up. I think you guys know the drill. Try to get some speedsters high up in the lineup as well, some high contact hitters or whatnot. It's a good strategy, you know, keep the lineups going, keep them nice and smooth. Bench, try to keep a good catcher in there off the bench, so Mitch Garver's probably not going to be on my bench. I'm probably going to put like Yasmani Grandal probably for that. Have some power hitters, have some speed too, like Mickey Mantle for example. I'm not going to use him hitting wise, but I can use his 94 speed. It's a pretty solid strat. Try to keep some good switch hitters too off the bench. Just a small little lineup check for you guys so you can prepare yourselves. Okay guys, so we're gonna go into actually the lineup stuff, some PCI settings I'll suggest to you. So the one I'm currently using, guys, I'm using altitude, yellow, 100% transparent, outers basic. I try to keep no fade outs because fade outs are a little distracting and it can get a little weird. So this is what I'm using. I prefer altitude because it gives you lines instead of like circles. Lines are less distracting and it's easier for you to lock onto the ball. At least for me, it's easier. A few others I would like to suggest are PCI outer yellow 90% because you're able to sort of get a whole grip on the entire zone, and that way, so pretend my face is the zone and this is your PCI. Your PCI is gonna probably be like this much. And so obviously when the zone just appears like this, you'll still have this big PCI and you'll be able to sort of lock on to many balls really easily without having to worry about a small PCI to like lock onto, because with that bigger PCI, you could lock on to pitches that go in the middle and you could square them up really well. Just make sure your timing's good though. Another one I would suggest, this is kind of the inverse version, is PCI inner yellow 90%. Yes, make it 90% also because it's more precise than PCI outer. That's the benefit of using PCI inner. It's more precise, but I wouldn't particularly recommend it because you're gonna get a little more, I think, like stiff with the controller, and you're gonna, I think, pop up a little more. You might hit some more grounders, so I wouldn't generally suggest that one for a tournament. It's fun in general, but I really wouldn't suggest it for a tournament. The ones I would suggest are just PCI outer, altitude, 100%, or even just keep PCI outer. That's good enough as well. You can just keep it like that. Whatever really floats your boat. I suggest altitude, but it's really up to you for this part. Whatever you hit best with is what you should be using in these tournaments. Okay guys, so another thing to suggest, this is more a technical one. So whatever you're connected to, if you guys are using LAN cable for your PS4, that's what I would suggest. Keep using that. You're gonna have the best internet and you're gonna be able to have better timing. It actually does matter in this case. I mean, it really does. So make sure you have good internet. Like, you may not have the best monitor, it may not have the best gigahertz, but as long as you have some solid internet and some good and warmed up, and you know if you're warmed up, you got a good, you know, just good internet, good timing, good settings, you'll be fine. So those are really all my tips I have for the tournaments. I'm generally not a great player, like I said, but these I think are some good tips to follow for you guys. Maybe you guys can apply these tips even better than I have. Tell me what you guys have been doing in these tournaments, or if you have been entering into tournaments. Yeah, if you haven't yet, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, become a dad today, and I'll see y'all in the next favorite stream. Have a good one, guys. Peace!